devices or place them on silent mode. As a reminder, military members will stand at attention during the national anthem. Civilian guests are invited to place their hand over their heart. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the 552nd Training Group Commander and Presiding Officer, Colonel Ryan Fleischauer, welcome to the 436th Training Squadron Change of Command. The Change of Command ceremony is an American tradition deeply rooted in history. It dates back to 3 July 1775, when General George Washington drew his sword underneath an elm tree in Cambridge, Massachusetts, to assume command of the Continental Army. During the American Revolution, military units carried distinctive flags designed to match the colors of their uniforms and emblazoned with the motto selected by the commander. When soldiers followed their leader into battle, this flag provided a highly visible point around which members of the unit could rally during the pandemonium of battle. Because of its importance, the flag was used in the Continental Army's earliest change of command ceremonies. The organization's banner was exchanged in full view so every soldier could see the officer now entrusted to lead them into battle. The modern ceremony is principally symbolic, yet it still announces to all the authority of the incoming commander. Today, Lieutenant Colonel Matthew B. Below will relinquish command of the 436th Training Squadron to Lieutenant Colonel Jared K. Hubbard. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the arrival of the official party and remain standing for the presentation of the colors of the 7th Bombing Honor Guard, the singing of our national anthem by Senior Airman Madison Sylvester, and the invocation given by Chaplain Cornelius.
Present the color. Forward, halt. Color. Halt. Present arms.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Halt. Arms. Colors. Colors turn. Halt.
One. Please, if you would, bow your head with me for a word of prayer. Almighty God, We thank you for life that you have given to all. God, be with us today as the 436 Training Squadron changes command. We thank you and ask your blessings to rain down on the command as they continue providing excellence to our nation. We are grateful for allowing a strategic leader like Lieutenant Colonel Matthew Below to command this team, a team full of innovative and creative airmen. God, we have witnessed a leader with professionalism, decisiveness, passion, and commitment. His abilities contributed to the success of his team and the mission. He provided the needed care for his airmen and their families, making it the highest priority. Thank you for the support of his wife, Carla Below, and their children. Thank you, Lord, for the leadership and dedication of Colonel Below. And we ask that you would bless him and his family over again and again with wisdom, courage, and unity as they set off to take the warfighter mentality to Germany. God, humbly, we give you thanks. God, I also want to say thank you and ask your blessings upon Lieutenant Colonel Jared Hutter. We are grateful for this detailed leader and ask that you would bless him with all the wisdom and strength he will need to lead well for this great group known as the 436 Training Squadron. We put our hope in you. In your name, we pray. Amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Thank you, Dyess Honor Guard, Senior Airman Sylvester, and Lieutenant Quinones. At this time, I would like to introduce our distinguished guests in attendance with us today. Please hold your applause until all are announced. Wife of the 552nd Training Group Commander and our presiding officer, Lieutenant Colonel Retired Heather Fleischauer. We will let that slide. The 7th Bomb Wing Commander, Colonel Joe Kramer. The 7th Bomb Wing Command Chief, Chief Master Sergeant Eric Duggar. The 7th Bomb Wing Honorary Commander, Mr. Ray Bridwell. The 552nd Air Control Wing Commander, Colonel Kevin Hoyle. The 552nd Air Control Wing Command Chief, Chief Master Sergeant Michelle Brown. The 552nd Training Group Superintendent, Chief Master Sergeant Stephen Wilson. And the 436 Training Squadron Honorary Commander, Mr. Steve Fraser. We are especially pleased to have with us today is Lieutenant Colonel Below's family, his wife Carla, their children Alexander, Abigail, who was unable to attend due to his soccer commitment, and Aaron. We would also like to welcome all commanders, chiefs, and first sergeants of Team Dyess Warriors and Team Tinker who have joined us for this special occasion. It is my pleasure to introduce the 552nd Training Group Commander, Colonel Fleischauer.
Thank you for that. Kicked off in style. Well, good morning. Welcome to everyone. What a great day for change of command. It's Friday. Great commander, great family on the way out. Unbelievable commander with his whole community of folks here coming in. Can't lose with that. All right. Colonel Kramer, Colonel Duggar. Not only, Chief Duggar. Tried to promote you there, Chief. I want to say welcome, of course, for being here. And I want to say thank you. The red carpet is always in full tilt when we come down here in any capacity, and for the outstanding support that the 436 always gets from the 7th Bomb Wing. Really, it's on full display always, and we appreciate it greatly. Colonel Coyle, Chief Browning, for making that trip down, the first in this capacity at least, down here to Dyess. What a great event to kick it off with. And of course, honorary commanders. Had a chance to meet Steve Fraser last night, which was a great pleasure. And of course, 436 remains in good hands on the honorary commander side. Heather and I sincerely welcome all commanders, chiefs, other distinguished guests, family, and friends, both here and joining us virtually, our unbelievably awesome partners. everybody in the 7th Bomb Wing, and most importantly, the men and women of the 436th. I want to thank everyone in attendance today as we honor the achievements of the 436th Training Squadron and its Squadron Commander, Lieutenant Colonel Matthew Picker Belote, and we welcome a new commander, Lieutenant Colonel Jared Hutter, who brings the promise of continued success for this squadron. Let me take a moment to congratulate and thank the protocol team here at 7th Bomb Wing. Again, fantastic support. Project Officer Gabe Pullen did a fantastic job pulling this all together. Has to deal with all of us coming down and everything else that he did. Fantastic. Master of Ceremonies, the chaplain with a fantastic invocation, the color guard, the amazing national anthem. Good job, Madison, that was awesome. And everyone else who took part in planning and execution of this change of command event. Great job all around. It's difficult to make these look easy and seamless, and this one is looking easy and seamless because you've done such a great job. And of course, I'd like to express my thanks to all the families, friends, all those incredible Air Force officers that we have sitting up here, and all of the airmen sitting out here. To Colonel Belote's family specifically, Carla and the kids, thank you for everything you have done day in and day out to support your husband and your dad while he mentored and led this outstanding squadron. I'd also like to thank you specifically, Carla, for all you've done to support the families of the 436th and the 7th Bomb Wing. You did a great deal down here, and it didn't go unnoticed. I want to thank also Colonel Hutter's family and his friends, this giant community. Obviously, he's very well plugged in down here, all of whom have provided Jared support and timely backing throughout his career in order to make today possible. For all the families out there that support the 436, we defend America, and we can't do that without you. But our service, of course, demands various compromises and sacrifices from our families. So for all the families and support networks of friends and other loved ones out there, we can't thank you enough, but I'm doing it one more time. Thank you. Thank you for everything you do and that you continue to do. Shifting gears just a bit, I want to express to the Mustang Airmen directly, Airmen with a capital A, including some of the most outstanding active duty GS civilian and contract personnel in the entire force. What a privilege it is to serve alongside of you remarkable men and women. Your professionalism, unsurpassed expertise, commitment, and innovation is palpable as you walk through the halls and step into the classrooms and production areas of the 436. You all ensure that one of the Air Force's oldest squadrons remains not only one of its most storied, but one of its most successful. As Air Combat Command's most technically diverse training squadron, you deliver combat air power not just for this MAGCOM, but for the entire Department of Defense. What you've done over the past 2 years is nothing short of extraordinary. You've graduated over 2,500 students in 170 resource management, safety, aircrew flight equipment, and instructor development classes across 17 formal training courses. You've also created and distributed dozens of the finest media productions anywhere on the planet, including most recently, the Commander of Air Combat Command's Warrior Culture video series, and a production for the stand-up of the Air Force's newest wing, the 350th Spectrum Warfare Wing. You've rightly been praised as a center of excellence, using combat training for 26 Air Force specialty codes. What makes all this even more amazing is your continuous innovation and tenacity over this time period. You won a huge contract, developed and fielded Air Combat Command's only crash lab. You built a standalone network and established 360-degree video capabilities. And despite COVID, you created and fielded online and virtual academics from scratch to salvage nearly 50 classes, which was not an easy endeavor in any stretch of imagination. There have been many significant challenges, but in every case, you rose to the occasion and delivered impressive results. You not only pressed through to provide training, you improved at every step. While the day focuses on the change of command, I take pride in also recognizing the phenomenal performance of the entire 436 team. You've done your squadron's heritage proud. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in applauding this remarkable squadron. So the squadron is certainly outstanding, but exemplary unit performance cannot be achieved without the vision and dedication of its commander. Picker, your tireless leadership and determination are the story behind your squadron's success. With a steady hand, care, and empathy for your airmen, and outstanding relationships with other units, agencies, and partners across the total force, you've had a direct hand in every one of your squadron's achievements. From those already mentioned, to to achieving the highest grad rates in your squadron's history, to being the individual that Air Combat Command turns to fix the Combat Air Force's functional training issues. You played a critical role in successfully training a significant swath of the entire Department of Defense. Congratulations on a hugely successful command tour. I wish you, Carl, and the kids all the best as you continue to serve our airmen at the 603rd Air Operations Center at U.S. Air Forces Europe. Auf Wiedersehen, and enjoy Germany. And now to Colonel Hubbard. Jared, congratulations, you shift from the ops officer role to assume command of the 436th. The benchmark currently in place is an impressive one, but you come perfectly prepared for the command with a breadth of ideal operational and staff level experience. And the absolute right demeanor, professionalism, and focus on people that will keep this squadron on a successful path. I charge you to take care of our people as a means to executing the mission in the best, most efficient way possible. I look forward to working with you in this new and rewarding assignment. I have no doubt that you will continue to build on Picker's work to lead this squadron to even greater achievements. You truly are the perfect choice to lead the Mustangs into the future. To both of you, to everyone in attendance, thank you. Let's get this ball rolling. It's probably my fault. I think I screwed up the stuff over there.
It's okay, sir. It's all good. Thank you, Colonel Fleischhauer. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand as Colonel Fleischhauer presents the Meritorious Service Medal to Lieutenant Colonel below.
Publish the order.
Attention to orders. This is to certify that the President of the United States of America, authorized by executive order, has awarded the Meritorious Service Medal, 3rd Oak Leaf Cluster, to Lieutenant Colonel Matthew Below for meritorious service 2 July 2018 to 9 July 2021. Lieutenant Colonel Matthew B. Below distinguished himself in the performance of outstanding service to the United States as Commander, 436th Training Squadron, 552nd Training Group, 552nd Air Control Wing, Dyess Air Force Base, Texas. During this period, Colonel Below led Air Combat Command's largest academic institution while overseeing 36 personnel across 16 diverse Air Force specialties. He supported 7 combatant commanders by preparing and educating over 4,000 warfighters and facilitated the award of 7,000 Community College of the Air Force credits. Additionally, Colonel Below's balanced a historically high number of video productions by Air Combat Command's sole production house while elevating 360-degree video productions through a Command Spark Take Innovation win. Championing the messaging for state-of-the-art video productions, he expanded the $3.5 million facility, helping his team create 85 productions. Furthermore, his drive accelerated Air Combat Command's aircraft mishap crash lab production by securing $305,000 for construction and procuring damaged aircraft as training aids. This first ever command capability closed out an 8-year project and will greatly enhance the future Safety Investigation Board students' training experience. Colonel Below's selfless dedication and historical productions enabled his personnel to achieve 15 Air Combat Command and Headquarters Air Force awards. The singularly distinctive accomplishments of Colonel Below reflect great credit upon himself and the United States Air Force. Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. It is my pleasure to introduce the 436th Training Squadron Commander, Lieutenant Colonel Matthew Below.
Was your last test?
All right, let's go. All right, first of all, I'd like to thank God I wouldn't be here today without him. All right? So get that out of the way. I am here solely because of it. All right. Also, Colonel Coyle, Chief Browning, thank you for coming down. Colonel Kramer, it's awesome to meet you. Sorry it's on short, but I certainly enjoyed working with your predecessor and also Colonel Dill. They were awesome, and thank you for the continued support for the 436 Training Squad. Chief Duggar, we love you. All right, you've been awesome to the 436. You've treated us like, you know, family. You're always in and out of the squadron. You know that one time, I think he said we have 30 people in our squadron, and we're involved in every single piece that goes on this base. So thank you very much. Mr. Krazer, it's awesome that you come out today as our honorary commander. You didn't know, that's him right there. Sir, please don't let the protocol take him away from us. He's awesome for the 436, and he is certainly immersed in our mission. Also, I'd like to thank Master Sergeant Gabe Pullen and Sergeant Koob, Sergeant Harden, everyone that was involved with this. Madison, Staff Sergeant Select, Sylvester, by the way. Madison, thank you for that. Chaplain, that was awesome if you're still here. That was a great invocation. Okay, okay, so Colonel Fleischauer, sir, thank you for officiating the ceremony today. Those are kind words. The leadership and direction that you give the 552 TRG is nothing short of amazing. You continue to give me an opportunity that not many get a chance to experience. You are one of the most approachable and understanding bosses that I have ever had and have loved working with and for you. Thank you for having the trust in me to lead this amazing squadron. Jared, your leadership and unparalleled dedication to the 436 Training Squadron has already been felt over this last year. The impact I know you will have on the squadron's future accomplishments under your command will be felt many years to come. This is an amazing opportunity, and I know you'll crush it. Senior Master Sergeant Gordon, Ty, where you at? Oh, hey, sorry. There you are. She's never in her office when I go in there. There she is. Okay, Ty, you helped me out in tons of ways that you can ever imagine, not only as a leader, but as a person and a friend. Thank you for all the late in the day conversations when it seemed that there were way more problems than solutions could fix. You stepped in as superintendent role when Sergeant Wells just up and retired on me. Love you, Melinda. You stepped into the role with dedication and passion for each and every member of the 436, and it's truly amazing. I wish nothing but the best for you and your family going forward. Chad, that includes you. Only one more thing to add. We did it. Help is defined as making it easier for someone to do something by offering one's services or resources. I truly believe that no one achieves success alone, either professionally or personally, so I want to take a moment to name a few folks that's helped me over the years. Major General Charles Corcoran, Major General David Gatica, Colonel retired Deb Shattuck, Colonel George Wilson, Colonel Michael Smith, retired, Colonel Richard Land, retired, Colonel Brian Moore, Colonel William Chudcote, Colonel John Krellner, goes by crack, Lieutenant Colonel Andy Meyer, Lieutenant Colonel T-Man Blaney, Lieutenant Colonel retired Lonzo Wallace, Chief Master Sergeant retired Tony McKee, and also, I just mentioned her, Senior Master Sergeant retired Melinda Wells. I'd also like to take a moment to give a special thanks to Colonel Dan Beal, the 509th Bomb Wing Commander, for his leadership and mentoring over these last 2 years. He made sure the 436 Training Squadron was included in 7th Bomb Wing and 7th OG day-to-day operations, and he also made sure that we had a place to hang our hats, even as a geographically separated unit. He called himself a free 06 for me to call with questions or concerns or just throw ideas and thoughts around to make sure I was headed in the right direction and not too far off course that correction would not help. He is a generational leader, and his passion makes an impact on those around him. I can only hope to continue and try to be as impactful a leader as he is going forward. To my grandparents and my mom, who were unable to attend today, it's safe to say I would not be standing in this position without you today, period. You have given me so much over the years. I can never repay you for the amount of time, energy, and resources you gave to set me up for success. Just know I love each of you, and I'm proud of the fact that my children have been given the opportunity to know and love you as much as I do. Thank you. To my children, Alex, Abby, and Aaron, you are the greatest gift that I have ever received. Please continue to excel at everything you do, whether it's football, basketball, baseball, soccer, track, student council, national choir, just to name a few of the stuff that my kids do. I encourage you to dream and aspire to great things in life and trust the fact that your mother and I will do everything in our power to set you up for success. Nothing makes me happier or more proud than being your father. I love you. As noted, my daughter Abby's not here today. She's down at Texas A&M at a college ID camp. I gave her an option. I said, you can continue to go to the camp or you can come to the change of command. And she's like, Dad, there's only one option. That's go to the camp. So that's where she is. All right. All right. To my beautiful wife, Carla. Words cannot begin to describe your contribution to this moment, and more importantly, your contribution to our family. I have deployed many times and been TDY more times than I can count. I know when I leave, you have complete handle on things and will always make the best decisions, make the decisions in the best interest of the kids and the family. You have challenged me from the beginning not to settle for average results. I have always said I want the kids to have your will and drive to succeed. Those things I just mentioned, you brought those things to life in me. Thank you for your love and support. I love you. To the men and women of the 436 Training Squadron, you have impressed me from the day I arrived as your Director of Operations 3 years ago and have continued to impress each and every day. I have said many times before, the work you do for the entire Air Force is simply amazing. When faced with adversity, the entire squadron rallied behind each other, and you did incredible things to continue the mission of the squadron, which is to enable the warfighter to fight and win with unrivaled instruction and cutting-edge video productions. Whether it's teaching advanced courses for multiple career fields or creating instructional videos, today's airmen are better prepared and trained for tomorrow's contingencies because of you. The commander could not have asked for a more professional unit to lead. The Air Force tries to pick leaders that are worthy of the people they are leading. I truly hope I have lived up to the task. And I leave you with this. May the road rise up to meet you. May the wind always be at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face and the rains fall soft upon your fields. And until we meet again, may God hold you in the palm of his hand. Thank you and good luck.
I'll also let that slide through. Ms. Below, the men and women of the 436 Training Squadron greatly appreciate your sacrifice, commitment, and support to this group, our families, and the surrounding communities. Please accept these flowers as a small token of our appreciation.
I didn't get you any flowers, bud.
Sir, it has been our great honor to serve under your command. The men and women of the 436 Training Squadron thank you for your leadership, support, and dedication. We wish you and your family good luck and Godspeed in the future. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the change of command.
Publish the order.
Attention to orders. By order of Colonel Ryan W. Fleischhauer, Special Order Number G2136, Lieutenant Colonel Jared K. Hutter assumes command of the 436 Training Squadron, Vice Lieutenant Colonel Matthew B. Belote, effective 9 July 2021.
assume command.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Miss Ashley Brooks, will you please come forward? The Air Force has always recognized the importance of command and the significance of this unique position. In 2003, the Air Force created special insignia in the form of a commander's badge to provide visible recognition of those who have undertaken such a distinct responsibility. Ms. Ashley Brooks will now pin the commander's pin on Lieutenant Colonel Hutter. Thank you, Ms. Brooks. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce the 436 Training Squadron Commander, Lieutenant Colonel Jared Hutter.
Okay. I was told by Colonel retired Mike Smith yesterday, or last week, just to go by the script. Good morning on a wonderful Texas day. I'm honored and joyful to have so many leaders, friends, and family here to support us in one of our most time-honored traditions captured in the change of command. I have many people to thank, so before the hired producers of the Academy Awards in their off-season start playing the Get Off the Stage music, I'll get right to it. And the best thing about gratitude and praise is that it's a gift people can't give themselves. Colonel Coyle, Colonel Fleischauer, thank you for the opportunity to serve the wing and the amazing cadre of the 436. I'm honored to be entrusted with the responsibility and privilege. Heather, Chief Browning, Chief Wilson, Master Sergeant Berry, Moose, Mr. Kraser, Colonel Kramer, Chief Duggar, and other distinguished guests, thank you for being here and showing your support of Lieutenant Colonel Bolotnai and the 436. To the event team, participants, and planners, Honor Guard, Chaplain, Protocol Office, Public Affairs, Sergeant Tripaldi, Maddie, David, Pardon, Coob, Natalie, and most especially Master Sergeant Gabriel Pullen, this could not have been such a smooth, effective, and special day without all of your hard work and efforts. Organizing these ceremonies is no small feat, but important to exemplify our military's traditions, customs, and courtesies, reminding us why we hold integrity, service, and excellence to our nation so dear. Lieutenant Colonel Below, Pickard, thank you for your guidance, mentorship, and some long discussions to ensure I was a better and ready officer, leader, and commander to the squadron. You have left the Mustangs solidly in a place of great success, and I look forward to carrying the torch of what you have started. Carla, Alex, Abby, and Aaron, thank you for supporting and cheering your husband and father with us so that he can support all the people you see in uniform here today. I would also like to take a quick moment to thank a few of my past leaders and mentors who have helped develop me to the position for which I am now standing. Lieutenant Colonel James Wells for guidance and encouragement while enduring the challenges of joint staff. Colonel Carol O'Neill for reminding me to be a duck and let certain things roll off your back. Major General David Gatica for teaching me the value of investing in airmen and then pushing them to bigger and better endeavors. And finally, to Colonel Retired Mike Smith, who would personally and intentionally develop and mentor me after close of business in a flight at the 960th over a beer, and who provided me the opportunities to succeed and be able to be in a position to take command. Okay, finally to family and friends. Your enduring and steadfast encouragement and support has been more of a blessing than you will ever know. To Justin and Tamara, being welcomed in your home and life group has carried me through some tough weekends and given me hope of things to look forward to. To Caleb and Kristen, it was the simple calling of God upon your hearts to say hello. To a then stranger at church one day, which sparked the beginning of such great blessing in friendship and the entire church family I have here supporting me today. I am forever grateful and in debt to the day you said hello and became that catalyst. To Paul Grandma, Tyann, Addie, Kai, and Zoe. Your family has been an incredible blessing to me. You have helped further develop my professional, personal, and spiritual identity as you would your own children and each other. Your acceptance of me into your family and late-night words of life-giving conversations has always left me feeling full of peace and confidence. Heads, yeah. To David, Micah, Riel, Kai, and Kaylin, your family has brought me encouragement, possibilities, and adventure, beyond what I could have ever fathomed or dreamed. Both directly and indirectly, it is absolutely and completely immeasurable. To Lady Ashley, you being here today resounds volumes to who you are in character and the woman you were created to be. Thank you for recognizing and understanding perfect imperfections and always willing to provide encouragement and support through it. I know I'll always be able to count on your firm foundation, as I hope you can count on mine in times to come. And know that you being here is almost as good as Operation Pacific Tundra. I know I'm probably getting long and I apologize, but gratitude is important, and the one I'd like to thank the most is my completely and uniquely supportive family. Grandma, I am so thankful to have such a proud and wise woman to help guide my way. Aunt Lynn, your positivity is contagious and always inspires me to be the kind of leader you naturally are. The both of you are keystones in my life and have walked with me in both good and bad seasons. This is the hard one. Grandma, well, you got teared up, so it's okay.
What?
I never changed your command last week. To love a person is to see all their worth and remind them of it when they may have forgotten. To my two moms and my father, Barb, Angie, and Jeffrey, you are without the shadow of a doubt my most trusted agents, my bedrocks, my counselors, my supporters, my teachers, my rescuers, my mentors, my cheerleaders, and the absolute most singular reason I stand here today taking command of an Air Force squadron. You pushed me and walked me through the valleys. You supported me in the difficult, encouraged me through the hopeless, and rejoiced with me in the triumphs. I am exactly who I am today because of you and your stewardship of God's gifts and talents within me. My heart overflows with gratitude for you. To all of the family in the virtual world, thank you for all your inspiration and constant reassurance in my capabilities as a man, officer, brother, uncle, nephew, and cousin. To the men and women of the 436 Training Squadron Mustang family, thank you for the privilege of leading you, and I'm already excited to see the upcoming successes knocking at our door. In closing, I pray for all of us as leaders that as we are promoted on the outside, we ask God to strengthen us on the inside. Thank you.
Thank you, Lieutenant Colonel Hutter. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes today's ceremony. Please stand for the playing of the Air Force song and remain standing for the departure of the official party. We would like to thank everyone for their attendance. Please join us for a welcome reception in honor of Lieutenant Colonel Hutter at the Hangar Center located directly across the street.